This is Josiah Plays Masquerada, Songs and Shadows. Alright, we're gonna go into this place. Uh-oh. We got some random nasty looking sliggins here. What the hell is that? Ooh, things are not looking good in here. Things are not... Plus, loading screens, very, very fast. It's the opposite of loading screens of eternity. Oh, new type of fae. The Arella are fae that have adopted insectoid forms and behaviors, and have been found in abandoned sites above ground. Where other cultures might complain of cobwebs and spiders in old buildings, Umbrians have the Arella to deal with. Yeah, some of the codex entries have absolutely blown me away. Like, you think you're just gonna read about something really simple, like... You know, let's just read about what's the Hall of Bearings. I mean, this is a bad example, obviously, but just some random thing, and it'll be, like, long, and he'll be going into this extremely lengthy philosophical diatribe about something, and you don't even expect it. It's amazing. There has been a lot of talk of other states, you know, in the histories. And the cultures of other states, because various characters have come from different areas or whatever. Alright, well... We're in combat, so... What's going on here? Oh, come back. Follow me. She's gonna do this, and he's gonna move up, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna do this, and she's gonna come over here and do... No, she's gonna come over here, do this, and he's gonna do this, get those fireballs going. Man, it's really fucking misty right here, isn't it? What is up with this amount of mist? Oh, we just aced that guy with 2 signature attacks on his thing at the same time. At this point, my characters have gotten powerful enough, and the trash combats have gotten easy enough that I could probably just play them in real time without pausing. I say probably, but, you know, doesn't mean I'm actually going to do that. Well, I beat that one enemy without pausing. What the hell is going on in here? See if she can take this thing out by herself. See how she does. She's got this. I like her animations. Watch her animations. Her spear moves are fucking awesome. She's my favorite character. Well, it's hard. It's hard. Kalden is also my favorite character. She's probably edges them out slightly, but I really like Kalden as well. And there has been an enormous amount of character building and relationship building between these characters. Like really long conversations where they really bond and talk about their pasts and where they, you know, change each other and stuff. It's been the characters in this game, and they're... Let's summon some Killgans for the lulz. Let's see how my Killgans do against that thing. Alright, I'm soloing this whole place with Amadea. Wait, no pausing. I just totally missed. Oh, she's kind of getting her ass kicked, actually. Her focus is completely gone.
Took a hit.
She's got this. No, she does not got this. She does not got this. None of the relationships have gotten to the point of outright romance. I mean, there hasn't been any kisses or anything. But I think the relationship between Amadea and Cicero is pretty clearly pre-romantic. The two of them, especially, the two of them seem to be developing feelings for one another. Let's put it that way. How far that will actually go in the game, I have no idea, but... Oh shit. I'm in here trying to get slick. Man, say hello to my Meteor Storm. Say hello to my Tinder Wisps. Say hello to this. Oh, dude! My main character is a wreck machine by himself. I mean, against one enemy. Okay, hold up. Oh, he's about to get destroyed. I don't think he can take all these guys. Let's see how he does. Why is my cooldowns... Why is my shit cooling down, like, ridiculously fast? Alright. Calvin, can I get some help here?
That should be the last of them.
Apparently that's the last of them. Oh, Jennifer Hale. This is the first time I've ever seen Jennifer Hale play a villain.
Masquerades are being created.
Yes, my lady.
The White Spire has been taken. Our powers grow by the second. And yet...
You never told me how he fit into your plan.
it is sufficient to know that all is well.
That is not good enough.
It must be.
The blood of my people is on my hands. Our culture is in ruins because of me.
You love this city.
More than you know.
And if it falls, when you had the chance to save it, have faith, my child.
We still don't know what the deal is with the lady. We don't know if she's benevolent or if she's evil and just pretending to be good. She's putting on a... Lucia's very frustrated, apparently. Lucia is the one who, in the very prologue of the game, killed Cicero's brother. And I'm pretty sure Cicero doesn't know that. Yet. The city's in flames. Lucia realizes what she's done. So the lady is... basically what Lucia's been claiming is... we're trying to save everybody from a coming cataclysm. So she could actually be good.
The crown is assembling. I can't believe they actually agreed to come. How are you?
Fine.
I mean it.
So do I.
Word is at the streets already. People aren't sure what to do, now that the Hall of Songs is gone.
Is Vasco finished with Oli?
I don't know.
Call him in.
Is there anything else you need?
No.
Cicero's not happy.
Where is he?
Scouting the premises, looking for the entrance.
Into what?
This place was a prison, back in his days. The knife is somewhere inside it.
But he's told you what it does?
The Dementacate believe that the artifacts were Viennav, physical representations of various aspects of their god, Breag. The heart was a representation of the ideal that was free will. By itself, it achieves little, but when paired with purpose, it can work wonders.
Like create Masquerades.
Yes, with the seed, which was an embodiment of progress, of growth. Just those two artifacts are enough to create Masquerades from souls, to help them ascend.
How do they work?
Like any other Masquerade, with the heart and the seed on a face, all it takes is some mental effort, some will, and...
And we turn into Masquerades?
Yes.
By the light. How are we supposed to stand up against something like that?
The knife.
Yes. It is the counterbalance. Instead of progress, it is stasis. Instead of growth, it is death.
Death?
In a permanent sense. Using the seed gave their souls motility. From Fey to Mist, and Mist to Fey. They'd never truly die.
And the lands would be filled with Fae, too. They would just keep coming back.
Which is why the knife was sent down. With the heart, it has the ability to destroy Masquerades and Fae, and leave nothing behind.
Oh, that doesn't help us.
There's more. The seed and the knife have properties on their own as well. In line with its purpose of progress and growth, the seed enhances the bearer's soul, expands and deepens the connections they have with Masquerades.
I witnessed Lucia branding Earth in the Hall of Songs. She's supposed to be a firebrand.
And the knife?
It is the idea of death or stagnation. By itself, it grants stasis of the soul, prevents it from ascending, as it were.
It'll stop us from being turned into Masquerades?
Yes.
Then that's our answer. We need the knife if we're going to stand up against Lucia.
And Oli will lead us to it, once he remembers where the entrance is. In the meantime...
Sir,
The fuck is this?
crowd's gathered. They're waiting for you.
Oh, it's just some
I'm on my
guard.
way.
Oh, we've updated the case notes. We've got a new Masquerade available. We've got a new Masquerade available without going back to the Astiguary. That usually doesn't happen. Alright, let's see. Who's got a new mask? It's not him. Oh, Molten Skin. He didn't have that before. That sounds okay, but it's not better than Meteor Storm. Cut the games. Maelstrom. We're sticking with Maelstrom all day long. She's also sticking with Meteor Storm. I like the Kilgan summoning. We're gonna stay with that. And lightning horses. I haven't gotten a chance to use this yet because I never have Vasco in the party. I had to have him with me at certain points earlier, so he was in the party at one point, playing his flute at people. But I haven't had him in the party since I got this Stampede mask. A stampede of lightning horses! How cool does that sound? Alright, let's check the case notes. So in addition to the codex, he also writes these case notes as he's been going through this investigation. There's been quite a few of them. Where are we at? Oh, we're on day 5 now. Alright, what's up with day 5? 7th Sindera, 407 IL. The throne was a jail, and the Treror were representations of Breag. The seed was growth. By itself, it enhanced the abilities of its possessor. The knife was stagnation. By itself, it would prevent the possessor's soul from being affected by the seed. The heart was free will. By itself, it could do nothing, but paired with the seed or the knife, it could either create or destroy. With the seed, it could turn man into Fae, and with the knife, it could take it all away. The next steps are clear. Are they? Because they're not 100% clear to me. I mean, other than, you know, lol, get the knife. But we don't even know where the knife is. Stampede's like a lightning cow. Oh, lightning cows would be good. So these guys look like Luca. Oh, that's right. I was like, how come there's so many different colors? All the guilds have their own colors, so generally you can tell what guild somebody's a part of just by what they wear. You know these guys are members of the Blue Guild, which is the, what's it called? The Sorella del Mare or whatever. That's the guild that Calden's a part of. And you know this guy's part of the Luca, which are like the asshole law-keeping paladin type guys. That's the guild that Tiziana, our party member, is part of. I think these guys are the Laboris Solus, right? That Vasco is part of. Oh, we got some codex. Lystra. To the lands north of Umbra, past the Cavalli Fields and through the Valles Ventosus, lies the land of Lystra. Little is known about the people of the Windy Vales, and treks through the savage and uncharted terrain of the Valles Ventosus and the Estra Phantasmia are few and far between. To date, there has been no trade that has been conducted with the insular people of Lystra, and little is known about their culture. Oh, now we're starting to learn about other lands. The random other lands. That'll probably come into play. There'll probably be somebody from... Did you miss something? Chat help? Hey, Everfroze. Oh man, you missed some amazing stuff. I can't even... There's no words. There's just no words for what you missed. It's one of those things where you had to be there, and if you missed it, it's an experience that can never be had again. By any people ever. Cavalli Fields. Umbra's influence is not confined solely to the silent stones that form its border. The flow of people between foreign countries and Umbra has not been unidirectional. In the 7th Canticle, just a handful of years before the beginning of the Bright War in 347 IL, Umbra established its first overseas colony in the Cavalli Fields, lands neglected by the Zurich people who believed that its soils were cursed by Alhastria, god of the evening sky. Skeptical of anything based in religion, the registry sent a large amount of its people, mostly prisoners and outlaws, there who would, in exchange for independence, pay the Zurich government a portion of the produce and crops that they were to cultivate. The Zurich government agreed to the terms, and thus was Umbra's first colony birthed. Alright, so this is the first we've heard of Umbra even having colonies. Their breaths are minty fresh. Nice. Random big hat people are here. That guy's got a fucking scythe. The Valrone, that's basically the president. That's the guy that's in charge of the registry. Where's the new one? The Silent Stones. The Silent Stones are one of Umbra's biggest mysteries. There are 12 of them in total, and they rest quietly on the circumference of a large imaginary circle, perfectly measured around the city. Even in the waters of the Midnight Belt lie a few of these stones, poking above the dark waves of the belt. These stones are significant in their existence because they mark the boundary of the magic that is to be found in Umbra. Beyond these stones, even if a masquerine is worn, there is no magic to be had. The world ceases to bend to the will of Umbrians, and it is as though the elements beyond have grown deaf to our commands. No one yet knows why this is the case, but the Vegelus are certain that this boundary did not restrict the Dementicate in times past, for their empire spanned far beyond the Silent Stones. Well, this is another, I guess it's another old Dementicate structure. See, they built this city, they built this city on top of a bunch of old ruins from the Dementicate, which again were these old, magically potent, powerful empire. You know, basically in every fucking fantasy game, there's this race. Way back in the mists of time, there was this race of badasses who did all kinds of magical shit that we can't do. They're that race. And so they've left behind a lot of their ruins, some of which have been repurposed by the people of Umbra now, some of which have been built on top of, and some of which have just been left alone and are still infested with Fae. We've gone through several of those different ruins throughout the game. What's up, Scythe guy? This guy's playing one of these big-ass instruments. Checking to see if anybody's having a little conversation. Oh, here's my twins. The twins. They're cool. They're the ones that drive us around in the carriage. You guys got some hook blades. Those are crazy looking. Alright, let's interact here. Oh, I can reset my skills here. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling. We didn't go back to the Estiguary, and it gave me a new mask, and it's giving me skill reset. That's not good. That suggests that we're not going back to the Estiguary. That it's giving me these things because we're in the end game and I'm not going to ever get to go back to the Estiguary. Or maybe I just don't get to go back to the Estiguary for a long time. But I'm feeling like it's going to be... Why haven't they repaired the damage to the building? I don't know. Or maybe that damage is new. What's up, twins? Think Ven's gonna die? Maybe. That'd be sad, though. Ven is like... He's the guy that runs the Estiguary, which is basically like an inn. He's kind of like Cicero's oldest friend, basically.
Sir.
Uh-oh. It's letting me do inks and engravings here, too. But see, I haven't found all the inks. There's another ink right there. And there's two or three more engravings as well. So basically the way it works is you choose an ink, which gives you a proc. What the proc will do on your auto attacks. And then you choose an engraving, which gives you the chance of that proc happening and a flat damage bonus to your auto attacks. So basically you decide, do you want to have a high proc chance and low damage, or high damage and low proc chance? You know, there's various combinations thereof. I go for the highest proc chance, and I go for... Ooh, this is a new one. 3% hit point restore. Cur. And that one reduces cooldowns. That's pretty nice, too. I think if you get 2% hit points and focus, that's still better than just getting 3% hit points. So I'm going to stick with Lionara. No, I'm going to stick with Vidoria, and I'm going to stick with Pell. Probably... Yeah, I've already got Vidoria Pell on everybody. So I'm going to stick with that on everybody, just because I like that more than the other things. So it's giving me a respec, and it's giving me... Oh no, this feels so final. Up to this point in the game, they never let you do those things unless you go back to the Estiguary. So now what's gonna happen? I don't want it to be over. And also, what the fuck? My codex isn't even remotely done. Council chambers.
It's true. The streets are rife with the knowledge.
The city is in shock. We need to assure our peoples that everything will be all right.
All right. The nexus of our history, the sole thing in this city that binds us together, has been desecrated.
By mask runners, no less. We should have seen this coming.
We did, 5 years ago, and we quelled it then.
You call this quelled? This is what happens when we allow ourselves to be governed by such a pathetic body.
Please, Varpravia, that is not what we're here to discuss.
Oh, that is exactly what we are here to...
Enough. The Inspectore has arrived.
We've met a few of those people before, but some of those people we've never met before. Different guilds are here. All the different guilds. Paladin dudes, the nature preservation dudes. These are the Laboris Solis, I think. They're like the fucking assassins for justice guys. Basically, the Justice Guild, which was these guys, started getting corrupt and not really taking care of business. So a new guild formed where they're like, you know what, fuck the Justice Guild and their bullshit. We're just going to start putting out contracts on people that are doing bad things and we're going to murder them. I don't know who this guild is. Maybe they're the noble, the nobilis one that preserves the knowledge or something. I don't know. I don't know who all the guilds are, and definitely we know about the blue guild. Who am I even talking to in this room? I'm just gonna run in circles for a while. Alright, here we go. Let's join in this. I'm the Inspectore, yo. I mean, technically I'm not the Inspectore anymore. The Valrone actually fired me. Well, he let me go. He said I no longer work for them, so I'm really not an Inspectore anymore. I'm just some dude, but whatever.
Finally. Please, Cicero, this room has been desperate for a voice of reason.
And an explanation.
What do you know?
The Hall of Songs has been defiled by mask runners. The singing tree is bleeding, and most of the songstresses are dead.
No word on why or how they managed to do that.
I have told you already. It is because of the way the registry has oppressed them.
Do not be so quick to absolve yourself. As Masquerada, you are just as responsible.
Both of you, enough. Fill the air with any more of your vitriol and there will be no room for explanations. Go ahead, Inspectore, please. Is Pravia right about the intentions of the mask runners? It would make sense, seeing as though they've already claimed the spire as their own.
They are in pursuit of power. The destruction you see is merely collateral.
What sort of power is there to be gained in dishonoring our culture?
The power to create masquerades.
What?
There was an artifact in the singing tree left behind by the
Dude
demented
said
cutter.
what?
That allows them to create masquerades?
Yes.
Impossible!
All right, let's assume we believe you. Why did they storm the spire?
To prove their power. To intimidate you, the crown, into obeying them.
There! Vengeance!
No, they have other reasons.
Your lie is running thin, Inspectore.
They believe it is necessary for the city to come together to stand against another cataclysm.
Another cataclysm? Are we of the same mind here?
As in the event that wiped out the Dementicati thousands of years ago?
Yes, and they are willing to spill rivers of blood if it means getting the city under their thumb.
They're insane.
Fanatical.
They actually believe this? That they're going to save the city?
With every fiber of their being. And unless we stand together, the mask runners are going to swallow the guilds one by one.
And if we stand together?
We need to reclaim the White Spire.
No.
Previa.
Man, Previa's a pain in the ass.
This is a fabrication based on our ignorance of the old world, created to gain the Registry our aid, simply to reclaim the throne that they've lost. There are no artifacts or a coming cataclysm. The truth is simple. The Masked Runners rebelled, struck out of the heart of the society that suppressed them, and finally pooled their wits together and claimed the Spire as their own. And now the scum of the White Spire have woven a tale in an attempt at winning back their control over us. But to that I say...
It is true.
And here I thought you'd lost
Ah,
your voice.
Fabio. I beat that dude in a one-on-one
What do you
duel
mean?
earlier.
All the Inspectore speaks of, it is all true.
How can you say that?
I've had an agent that has been traveling with him. I've heard her accounts, and at first I was skeptical as well. But give it some time and you will come to see the sense in it. It explains some of the mysteries of our land.
So you've known about this for a while, then?
And you kept it from us?
We were supposed to be better than this, Fabio. I acted in the interest of my people. You would have done the same. You acted in the interest of your guild. The people of the city are your people. That is what the crown is supposed to stand for. Stop! I understand I have wronged the crown by my actions. But all is shadow under the light of the present.
Fabio, you believe him?
I do. And if you could, for a moment, put aside your Altus pride.
Ah, she's the
and admit there are
Altus.
things of the past you
They
do
were the
not
first
know.
guild.
Pavia?
That's probably why
I
she
will
acts so
not
uppity.
commit to a deluded fool's plan.
Yeah, they're the ones that think they're better than everybody else. The Altus Nobilis. No wonder she was such a pain in the ass. They're old money, basically. Nice hats, though. These people have some legit fucking hats. Oh, am I going after her to try to convince her or something? Is that what I'm gonna do? The Blue Guild is cool. They're probably the second coolest guild after the Purple Guild. Because fucking Assassins for Justice, how do you beat that, really? A headband is basically a hat for nudists.
Previa, wait!
She gonna run away from me like Lucia did?
The city needs you! This is about more than just the registry. More than your pride. Please!
You will not win my people over with lies.
For the love of God.
Cicero, the Altus are leaving. Cicero? Where are you going?
To gather an army.
Honestly, we don't need all the guilds. They're the most useless ones anyway. They're just a bunch of scholars and archivists. Fuck their guild. Let's get the guilds that kick ass. The fucking Luca and the Laboris Solus and the Cacciatori. Let's get the guilds that actually fight. And the Blue Guild. Those fucking book shufflers can go take their asses up out of here. What do? They run a library. I just like running in circles.
Raise the call for your people.
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Did you change her mind?
No, but us sitting around despairing isn't going to either. Any more time we give the Dactytes is time for them to strengthen their army. We need to stop them quickly. Altus be damned.
Inspectore, you of all understand the DHA's stance on the Altus, but even I know that they have one of Umber's strongest armies.
Oh, apparently they
You
have
are
a strong
the leaders
army.
of the city, the people who are its custodians. If you will not stand up for the land you call home, who will?
Sunken stones, he's right. What of you, Cicero? What are your plans?
Lucia has 2 of the 3 artifacts. I need to find the last one. It will give us a better chance against her.
Then come. We all have work to do.
Ages be with us all.
You did good.
We're 1 guild short.
We're 5 guilds more than we had.
It's not over yet.
Oh yeah, it's Codex time. That's the other 3 guild leaders that we hadn't read about. We read about Brecentarius, he's the head of the Cacciatori. We read about Fabio, of course. He's the head of the Luca, and we had to have a boss fight against him one-on-one. It was pretty awesome, actually. Zelia, she's the head of the Blue Guild. I thought she sucked at first because the Blue Guild had this place that was supposed to be a home for single mothers to help out poor single mothers, but actually they were forcing the women into prostitution and taking their babies away from them and holding their babies hostage and saying they were going to kill their babies unless the women did forced prostitution for them, which was some pretty evil shit. And she wasn't running the place, but she knew about it, that it was happening, and she didn't do anything to stop it. So I didn't like her. But then later, she did some really cool shit, and she was a straight-up G, so I kind of do like her. Now, let's read... Privia. We know Privia sucks. For the leader of the Altus Nobilis, the guild in the city most concerned with the past, Privia seems to be most blind to its lessons. How many times in the histories of the world, both of our nation and of those not, have great men and women fallen because of pride? How many times have leaders who have allowed their conceit to blind them to the right course of action led their people to their deaths? How much has the hubris of our kind cost us? The toll is great, and it grows by the day. She has pulled her forces from our resistance, and we are that much weaker. I can only hope she hasn't damned us all. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Nox. Cicero should just make a fucking Fae in front of everybody to be like, see? But thought of people putting seed on their face makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, that changes the whole tone of this game considerably. 18 and over, please. Yeah. Oh yeah, when we fought the boss fight of that lady that was forcing the women to into prostitution and keeping their babies hostage, like almost the whole boss fight, she didn't even fight us. We're kicking her ass, we're trying to kill her, and instead of fighting us, she's just trying to murder babies that are in the room. She's got a whole bunch of cribs with babies in them, and the whole damn boss fight, she's just trying to kill the babies instead of fighting us. I mean, she was really a piece of work. That baby killing lady. Sevel Patrio. Many believe that the leaders of the various Simora are embodiments of the values of the guilds. In some of them, that is not the case. In others, it could not be more true. I find myself grouping Seville among the latter. I find it hard to believe that the leader of the Dieci Sovrani could be any more concerned with coin. Perhaps this should not come as a surprise, considering the mechanisms of leadership within the Opal Guild, but that has certainly made me wary of the intentions of the man. There is always the glistening of his avarice that lurks behind his every promise. The call of coin to him is stronger than most anything else, and many a times has made me doubt his honor. My suspicions about the man have yet to be proven right, however, and with his cordial nature he remains in relatively good stead with the other members of the Crown, save Privia. Perhaps I truly have misjudged the man, but considering the times that we are in, I'm certain it will not be long before his true loyalties are brought to the surface. And then, this is the fucking head of the badass Batman guild. Well, not really Batman because he doesn't kill people, but the Assassin's Creed motherfuckers. Of all the citizens of this city, the leader of the Laboris Solus might be in possession of the pair of hands most steeped in blood. Rarely does he do the killing himself, but all it takes is a flick of his wrist, a signature on a line, and a contract is made official. The members of the Purple Guild go on the hunt, bounties are completed, crescents are exchanged, the world carries on turning. Despite his inextricable position in the mire of the shadows of the city, however, I have nothing but respect for the man. Again, my duties have rarely put me in a position that requires me to interact comprehensively with him, but on the few occasions that I have, he has shown nothing but an impressive level of professionalism. He is polite, spares no time for jests, and has always been true to his word. I would not consider myself trusting of very many of Simora's crown, but if I were forced to make a decision on whose integrity was the most intact, it would without a doubt be Vicario's. See, that'll say something about this fucking city. That out of all the main faction leaders, the one who has the most integrity is the fucking assassin leader. I don't know where the registry president guy is, the Valrone. Avalus, or whatever his name was. He's not here. I mean, I know he was wounded earlier, but still. Yeah, I agree with you, Saito. Fucking Batman. You let these supervillains live, and then they just keep on killing shitloads of people. And then you let them live again, and they kill shitloads of people. And then you let them live again, and they kill shitloads of people. At what point does Batman just need to be like, okay, look, let's do the math here. Let's do the fucking math. I send him off to Arkham, he's gonna escape, he's gonna kill shitloads of people again. It's happened like the last 8 times I defeated this guy. I finally need to just kill him. What's happening right now? What is happening right now? Uh-oh. Are we bugged out? Do we have a problem here? I can't interact with that, and nothing else is happening. Do I have to go back? Do I have to reload my game? This happened once before. Only once in the entire playthrough. Yeah, I think we're stuck. I think we gotta go back to main menu and reload our checkpoint.
Raise the call for your people.
Skip.
You did good.
Skip. At least you can skip this shit. Read these things. Uh-oh. We got problems. I still can't interact with it. They just patched this game. I hope the patch didn't break something. We got problems. There's nothing to do. I can't get out of the room, and there's the one thing. This is the exit, and I can't do anything with it. I'm pressing F and nothing's happening. That's not good. That is decidedly ungood. That's decidedly ungood. Well, let's try again. Oh, we're in Act 4. So there are... I wasn't sure how many acts there were. I wasn't sure if Act 3 was the last act, but obviously not, because we're in Act 4 now. Let's try this again. Yeah, I've seen that comic about the boner thing, Saito. Alright, come on. How about we work this time? That'd be awesome.
Raise the call for your...
Skip. I'm not gonna skip this one, just to be safe.
One guild short.
We're 5 guilds more than we had.
It's not over yet.
Uh-oh. What the hell's wrong with my game? Exit the whole game and try to go back in? Yeah, I might have to do that, or I might have to restart the chapter or something. Why isn't it triggering? This happened once before in the whole game. The next event didn't trigger and we were stuck somewhere. But when I reloaded and did it again, it worked. So I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try relaunching the game completely. So I'll go ahead and close this episode out here. And our next episode, hopefully, will make the game work. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Masquerada, Songs and Shadows.